Hello everyone, my name is Jose. Welcome to design class.
to open the folder, you click export. Leave all the custom settings to what they are and just press OK.
That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more free lectures about Coreldraw, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Lightroom, and basically everything there is to know about graphic design and all the different tools you need to know how to use them in creating a wonderful, exciting graphics. Once again, thanks for watching and goodbye.